Hey everybody, welcome to SETTA'S Place. Today's video is my yarn art project that I told you all about before. I'll link the first video in the description box if you're like, what are you talking about? But I am making art with yarn. And I got this idea from another video that I watched called The Stitchery. I'll try to have her video in the description box also. And now I decided I wanted to start on my project, and at first I wanted, because on hers it's all nice and neat, each string, each piece of yarn is neatly constructed, but mine's not going to turn out like that. Mine's going to be a little more, if I say chaotic, but it's okay, it's all right. And so what I decided I wanted to do for my piece of art is the scene of a beach, water, and sky. And I have a specific use for this, which I will see later. But I've started it. I got my glue. I've got some of this, and it was getting low, so I got some of this from the Dollar Tree. And that's the glue, and it dries clear, so that's the glue I'm using. All my tails that I cut, all the different colors and types of yarn is what I was going to be using, and also what's in here. Now I had been through, I've gone through all of this and picked out the colors I wanted for the theme, and I got it in here. This is a cute little vase that my mom got I think a Mother's Day flowers in, so I was like, I'll use it. The colors I'm going to be using are going to be in here. That way I don't have to dig through or make a pile somewhere. These are the colors I'm going to be using. And I'm going to be needing more than this, but this is the main colors that I had picked. So I got a couple pieces glued down, but the rest is not glued down. It's kind of going to show you what I got. I still need to go through this one to pick out the colors, if there's any colors in here I need. And then, so let me show you what I got. Now it looks kind of like your kindergartner type. And that's okay, because hopefully when it's finished, and then it goes to where it's going to be doing what I'm going to be doing with it, it all kind of comes together. Okay, so here is what it looks like right now. It looks like a plate of spaghetti. But so you can see here, the purple is the line, and the water's going to be above it, and then the sky up here. This is glued down, so you can see I was doing it nice and neat, and it's, but then I started just laying this out for the sand, just so I could see the colors I wanted to use. And I'm like, I kind of like it kind of just all over the place, so it gives it a little more texture kind of a feel. And the sand colors out of the yarn that I do have, these are the most sandy looking colors that I have. And then, the water will be blue and green, mainly blue. And then the sunset colors up here is my plan. So I know it don't look like much now, but so let me see here. Move this down. So I got one piece that's stuck, so I might as well leave it because that's where it's going to go. So what I'm going to be doing, let me push this down. So I got my glue. So all I'm doing is I just put a string of glue down. I open it, and I think hope it's not clogged already. And then I just put the yarn down, and it's best to use a good amount of glue. The little bit just gets on your nerves. And I got a toothpick that I'm using to push it up against there and press it down. And see, this is what I was doing when I was doing one strand at a time. And it just wasn't, I just wasn't getting it. Like that. But so what I'm thinking is, I'm just kind of winging it. I'm just going to, I might try to make it nice and neat and everything, but I kind of like the the chaosness of the other way, instead of just being, you know, straight across. So we shall see, or I'll do a mixture of it. And we'll see how this turns out. And I want different, like, different textures, different heights, different shapes. It doesn't have to be all straight, or it can be squished together, just making it look different. And since this is sand, well, it's supposed to be sand, I think it would look better just all over the place instead of straight across. So that's what I'm going to be doing. See, like I don't have enough of glue. That's why you got to use more glue than you think. You think it's too much, but then it's like, no, add some more. Be creative with your yarn. So I need I need another toothpick. I think I'm gonna see if it may be some wax paper or parchment paper. If I can set it down and put something heavy on it, if that will, I don't know if it'll stick to it, but it might be all right to just leaving it to air dry for a minute. But I really like it, something to be able to press it down without sticking to the item, you know. Let me get, I'm gonna add a different color to this section right here. Just throw this in there. I think let's see, where's my scissors? Cut this. I think my glue's a little clogged. Okay. I know it doesn't look like much, y'all, but I'm hoping it will by the time my idea comes together. Anyway, so now I'm gonna try some more crazy, just slap it down and see what happens. Let me see, let me do it in this section right here, maybe. Oops, oh no. I didn't mean to put that much glue. Oh well, it's done now, so let's get to it. Too late. All right, so let's just do it now. I need a paintbrush. Let me spread this out a little bit. Sometimes things just happen, you just gotta wing it now. Okay, y'all, let's see what we got here. Let's just take some and just put it down. I'm trying to get to smaller pieces. Let's be like children, you know, they just throw it down and say, ooh, and have fun with it. Let's do it. Trying to get it before it dries. Let's see. Let's fill these in, and then go back and fill it in once it, you know, if there's big gaps and things like that. I might have to go to my actual, cut some yarn off my beige yarn. I don't have a lot of actually beige color tails in here to have more sand color. So I might have to cut some just to add that in. Let's see, hopefully this works. It really looks like a plate of spaghetti. Okay, y'all. Does it look like sand? Maybe once I have the water, look at my nails, y'all. Maybe once I have the water and the sky and it's more distinctive of what it's supposed to represent, maybe it'll look more like sand. Oh, goodness. Yep, we shall see. All right, y'all, I'm gonna work on this. And then I'll come back and maybe in the next video when I start the water. And then, you know, you can kind of see it come together. After I get the sand right, excuse me, get the sand the way I want it to look and such. All right. Okay, y'all. That's why it's called art, I guess. All right. I'm gonna work on this plate of spaghetti and see if I can get it to look like I want it to look. And then I'll come back, like I said, and we'll do the water and then the sky and all that kind of stuff, if I can get it to do right. All right, so I guess that is it for today. I'll talk to you later and have a blessed day.